Welcome back to FreightWaves. Now, as part of our Future of Freight Festival, we're welcoming our next live guest into the studio right now. He's the CEO and co-founder of one of the leading transportation companies in the industry. We've got Mustafa Azizi from ZUUM Transportation. Thank you for joining us today on F3 and as part of this FreightWaves Now special.
What's up, guys?
Mustafa, it's great to have you here. I mean, this is one of the big things that we're really looking forward to is talking about connecting systems for actionable intelligence and logistics. And I think that's really a big part is making it actionable. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so at ZUUM, our goal is just that, is to build a platform that's unitary in a way that people could use it as a holistic system. But halfway through going, we ran into so many integrations with third parties. So we decided to become more of a SaaS company and a collaboration network. Because the reality is, even if a company has enough resources to build everything themselves and they don't need to partner with anybody, it's going to take them a long time to do it. So the reality is that, it's hard to find one tool that's going to do everything in the industry. So we wanted to champion that.
We talk a lot about trying to find that magic bullet or find that one solution that we think is going to work. And there's really not one that does it, right? It's about connecting those pieces and taking a little bit here and a little bit there to find something in a unique solution that works for you and your problems. Can you talk about how ZUUM has kind of provided a SaaS solution or even just a network platform to connect those individual pieces and make it into something cohesive?
Yeah, so in the beginning, we wanted to start as a logistics company and not be a software company and try to be a digital brokerage. But over years, what we found is software is the way to go for us. So we're leaning more towards that. And we're pretty proud that, of the top 100 logistics companies, we went to market on our software less than 6 months ago. And we already have 3 of the top 100 guys signed up and even one of the top 15. And I think what makes our system different is the time to market. We can execute a system really fast. Number 2, it's branded, so you don't have to adopt somebody's third-party system. And we integrate into anything you're already using. So just make it really easy, time to market and universal connections.
So Mustafa, can you talk about one of the big things I think is a huge advantage, and that's really talking about that real-time actionable insights. And so I think that's one of the big things in this industry where we see so many changes on a day-to-day basis. Can you dive in a little bit more on that?
Yeah, so the answer to that question kind of ties to the answer to the first question, right? If you want actionable insights, what's really important is to make sure that you have a system that can pull the data in the first place. I've said before on my talks with you guys, a lot of people are coming out with visibility platforms that are too early because the data is not pulled. What's cool about ZUUM is it's not a TMS system. It's multiple systems working together as a platform. And ultimately, what it really leans towards is giving the driver a better experience to negotiate with brokers and trucking companies. So part of that is having universal connections. The more universal connections you have, the faster you can actually puddle that data, and therefore you can get insights that you can act on.
So when you have that negotiating power because you have the data to do so, it's great to have the data in your hands or at your fingertips. How do you guys coach these people who are using your platform into actually understanding what to do once they have that data? Because that's the entire point of having something that is actionable, right? Is taking an action off of what you get back in. Are there types of conversations or types of integrations that you're having with these people who are using the platform saying, okay, now you've got this in your hands, take this next step to get this next outcome?
Yeah, well, a lot of companies out there, in my opinion, have a lot of data and a lot of smart people, but they lack the product team to move their ideas forward. And their company's so big that they get stuck behind bureaucratic red tape. What's cool about our system is that literally when we hand it off to someone, they can start using it right there. And I want to keep saying the most important part of our system is that it's easy to use, meaning you have to think about the 80-20 rule, right? Even if you teach 10% of the company how to really use that data towards efficiency, what about the rest of the employees? what we've done with our system and built it in an easy to use way that it kind of guides that lesser knowledgeable employee to use the system just by intuitiveness, basically.
So Mustafa, I think in closing, one of the things I'm really kind of getting a takeaway here is that you are essentially bringing these companies or being able to make these companies digital essentially overnight.
Yeah, nailed it right on there. But really, like, the proof's in the pudding. As I've been watching the event, there's so many new companies that are doing like little things. I think the secret is, while we try to basically build a tool that we can get to market really fast, it's making sure that we have a system that's RESTful API and can integrate to any third party. That's really going to be the oil to get the engine moving on this collaboration thing.
So you've got a little bit of the secret sauce there, and it sounds like it's quick delivery. If people want to get some of that secret sauce, where should they go to do that, and how should they connect with you?
Yeah, so my name is Mustafa Azizi. I'm on LinkedIn, or you can find me by Mo, or you can go on our website, which is really cool, ZUUMapp.com. Remember, the one thing that with ZUUM, what we do is we give away our technology, our most secret sauce, day one in the beginning, and execute it really quick for y'all.
Mustafa, thanks so much for joining us today, and we'll be sure to be checking in with you as your company continues to change the market.
Thanks, you guys are killing it.
We love to hear that. Go check out him and everybody at ZUUM. You can find their information, as Mustafa said, up on LinkedIn.